Yes. You pointing at your face.
Okay, when I was watching the commentary of the evening, there was
Yeah.
a part where you were explaining how to do the voice actors. Sorry, do the voice.
Yeah.
You did all the actions where you can't like.
Oh yeah, so I tore the whole butt out of my pants. At the time, I worked in a law firm, so I was wearing like slacks, like really nice work slacks, and I had to go home before I could come to work because I tore the whole back out of the pants. What happened? I was doing a fight scene, and I had my hands in my pockets in fists, so I wouldn't, swing, and I jumped, and because my hands were in the bottoms of my pockets, I jumped and it just tore the whole back seam, just totally tore. And I was like, Steven? He's like, what? I was like, I just tore the whole ASS out of my pants. He's like, I didn't spell it. And he goes, so did it affect your voice? And I was like, no, but I have a huge hole in my pants. He goes, well, you can change when you're done. So I recorded the rest of that session with like no back in my pants. But it was really funny. Yes, my favorite snack or candy of all time is cheese. I would love to say it's some Japanese snack, but that would be a lie. I love cheese. And I was treated to poutine when I got here, and now I have a new favorite snack. French fries, gravy, and cheese. Those three things love each other. They really do. They have a very close relationship. So, yes, you've been waiting very patiently. There's a bunch of them, but I would say Koyuki and Beck, Koyuki and Chrono are, I think, the two characters I'm connected to the most. Everybody's like, what about Oran, or what about this? There's very few shows that when you get to the end of a show, one, you don't see the end of the show, you see the end of your character's performance. Luckily, in both of those shows, I was one of the main characters, so I saw the whole show, which was nice. But a lot of shows when we finished, we're like, okay, well, what am I going to work on next? Because we're actors, we're looking for work. Both of those shows, and another show, Samurai 7, when I finished those three shows specifically, I was really proud, to have been a part of it, of any part of it. It was such an incredible story, and the animation was beautiful, and the music was beautiful, and the rest of the cast was amazing, and it just made me feel like I was a part of something great, like really great. And I don't overemphasize what I do. I don't think voice actors are a big deal or anything like that, but just to be a part of something awesome. It's like being in a really great band, and having one great song. That's how I felt after those three shows. And the thing I love the most about Beck is it continues to inspire people. People say, I watched that show, I just had somebody tell me that today that it made me want to go back into school and learn sound engineering. I've had kids write to me I just learned to pick up the guitar and I'm teaching myself to play. The coolest thing is the little kid that was kind of my inspiration for making that character very realistic, because this is going to be an unpopular answer, but those of y'all that know me would not know this is untrue. I don't watch illegal downloads. I don't watch things ahead of time, so I had no frame of reference for Koyuki other than what I was seeing in front of me. But I did know a little 14-year-old kid who was teaching himself how to play the guitar, and he really didn't care what anybody thought about it. He was going to be a rock and roller, that was his. And so he was kind of my inspiration for that kid. He was like this kind of nice kid that just wasn't going to give up, and was like, okay, well, I know I can't play the guitar. I'm going to keep practicing, And the cool thing is now, when this band, the Voices for Peace, the Voices for, the band that we do these concerts, he actually comes up on stage and plays Slip Out with us, and he plays the solo like a mofo. He's right through it. So I think that show is neat because the music in it's really good and the music touches people, but it's also a show where there's no magical wand, there's no flying spaceship, no one transforms into a magical girl, but yet some really, really the only thing in Beck that's not believable is the dog. And I guess the bird is believable, but it's a story about a kid that puts his efforts into something and wins, and that's a true story. You can do that in real life. So, yeah, I'm totally rambling. You can tell I have ADD. Yes. Yes. Pointing at yourself.